nicknamed Cockroach. My hood that's no longer a hood. This place is a pristine, polished, gentrified condo farm. My memories are there, squeezed between clean new buildings, filled with people who will never ever buzz me into them. Even the Roach has a jazzy new makeover. And the Peacemaker Center, it just becomes somewhere in my mind. Our old places overlap over someone's new places. And around the Venn diagram we all dance, Lady's Choice. Spend these hurt days gathering the medicine of my own history on invisible leather. On days I feel small. It is the giant memories of what was that consumes indomitable ingots of frustration. Curl into the path carved in the streets with my history. Strong is my medicine. And here I know safety. Here I know much, and it is simple. Here lies a refrain dancing me backwards to songs only sung by the ghosts who too called this home and home. I had a couple cousins. They're naughty like me. They like to do naughty stuff. So but now they have like legit jobs. They're like muralists. They paint art on walls. It's sometimes similar. It looks like this before, and they're legitimate now. So they have people pay them to put art up, and they're both really awesome. One's named Bobby Wilson, and then my younger cousin Elijah Dale Moniz. If I didn't say his name, he would probably be mad at me. So if I didn't say Elijah Dale Moniz clear enough, there it was for two. And they have been really helpful in making the Ave a really awesome place to come and look. And I've been able to take people on walks to show them their art, and it's been amazing. Well, one time they were creating a piece with some kids at the Indian Center. And you can see it. You just have to know where to go. Really, it's kind of down in a nook in front of something. It's really awesome. But I was just out there with them, and sometimes poems just hit you, right? Sometimes it'll just be somewhere, and it'll just come up. This is that. Braided and unbranded. Can hear it all from this cove. Slap of tire to slit tar, laugh, yell, fight, and piss into mirrors of our own reflection. Family of rain has come. They keep painting. Rainwater ancestors share their songs, use the watchful eye of the Morrison as their drum. Grow hop to fancy shawl, every change up a new opportunity to dance. And they do. In motions that hurt my descendants' knees and ankles, I write and they paint. Whirlpool of our mini cosmos, and we are in its eye. Not quite safe, but it's here, and so are we. Old scars, bits of shoe scuff, wiped off with water that washes away the old count, one beat at a time. Every kind of siren screams rips through the Ave. These alarms bounce off 11 railroad ties used as steps away and up, back into a pulse of us. This is a loop in time where everyone I've ever met walks by. Old, young, dead, or alive. They wave and give me the good trade salute. They keep painting. The story, only partly written down, is coming out of their aerosol-filled fingertips. Members of the community stop and tease, fill this tiny space with together, and then come. It all just fades away. World of crazy, imploding Indians, and the storm of everyone's century. All of it melts into a boiling pot of steam and haze. Mr. Wizard has begun a descent into a volume bound in Count Chocula and Frankenberry boxes. Stories you've never heard. An adventure no one will believe. This is a continuing saga, and when called, man, I can't do anything else but answer. Come. Sit close to an old friend and warm yourself by the ember of his memory. Cold fusion of the seasons change is upon us, and you can't wait to hear about the time Big Word Mom smoked an undead fairy for a literary feast. It was nothing, she says. Just a preoccupation, my dear. Now eat up. edge of your seat as you listen so hard you don't know your eyes are closed. Imagine the color of childhood footy pajamas as I retell how Coyote wooed 50 buffalo down Franklin Ave with nothing but her bike, a hand drum, and a determination that could eat through 5,000 pieces of fry bread. These are cherished tales that greet me informally as I pull up to this table. When I sit down in front of this computer, it's all I remember. When I sit down, when the furnace goes out, and I can't help but shiver to keep the fire within stoked, it's all I want to tell you. Come, hear it before I become the same granite history that sits crossed-armed at the bottom of Powderhorn Lake. Swim down to murky, muddy base where snapping turtles still hide from the trickster. We look up to greenish-brown, blurry future as it all just fades away. I forget that I have to talk, and then I just meander. I just go all places. I have 2 left. I promise. This one is called High Plains Drifter Pugilism. If I were not afraid, I'd grass dance to the center of my neighborhood. On the way, I'd say hi to all the neighbors, chuck deuces at all the gangsters, and Top Gun high-five every last one of the hustlers. On down the avenue, I'd spin and spin, a flailing mix of smile and chaos. If I were not afraid, I'd stop and go to the home of my heart. When I got there, I'd say goodbye to all the lost smiles and chaos, buried in wood boxes, above and below Birdwoman's Lake. I'd hug sisters and brothers that are hours and infinities away. If I were not afraid, I'd listen to stories that take days to tell. I get teased every way and where possible until I take off this poetry flint knife I've been sharpening and pick up a whip that the Nuu'Etaare have been slinging as if High Plains drifter pugilism was a religion. If I were not afraid, when I got to the center of my neighborhood, when I could swim as close to ancestors who were a part of our 3rd displacement, I'd look up to the skyward and thank all that is for this day and every day before, and then I'd fly. The Sacred Convergence. On a red and white painted up pony, an old hustler from Whiteoak scoops me. He's a grizzly one for sure. And before we can make eye contact, he asks me what res I'm from. Ooh, Sacred Convergence. Only get one of you every other year. Hop on. So we ride. The last 2 Indians in all the galaxy, riding out and flame and freeze. The powwow of the Iron Giants waits for us all always. Its line in the sky matches my heartbeat. Pushing past rubber and steel stampede, we make haste to the center of everything. We are like every other Indian, though, late to save the day by 513 years. So we drop these racist Tonto headbands from sweaty brows and walk empty-handed into the next story. And my last piece. I had opportunity to do some poetry and open up for somebody amazing anyway. I won't say who because it's canceled. But they're Vince got on that stage and shine only the way a Vince can, but for 60 seconds. Just for 60 seconds. And so I thought to myself, well, hey man, I'll go to Augsburg. I just get up on top of that stage and get down. This is that poem. This is my last 60 seconds. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to me. 60 seconds that never was. The sun setting, shining through the branches of the trees at the end of winter. Will you call me this when I'm so old that my feet no longer touch the floor? When what's left of my diabetic soul is too honeyed to cut with lemon and tea? Will you call to me in my language and whisper sweetly to me when I'm crying in the shower over something I saw on a late night infomercial that reminded me of Stephanie May and Stacey Ann? Will you tell me stories like when I was a young guy face, staring into the night and our Noka apartment ceiling? Will you remember to call me husband when you are too old to remember who I am? Will you tell me I'm handsome after they amputate both of my legs? Will we call to each other in the night, during the day, when all that's left of each of us is a shadow on the picnic table? How's it going?